It's another day, it's another build, and for today's wonderful video, we are going to be building the Evangelion Production Model 2, or EVA 02 for those more familiar with the series, of course. This is Asuka Langley's wonderful EVA system. If you've not seen Evangelion, I do really recommend it. It does have a little bit of a weird rap, I know, in the community. It's like all animation, let's be honest. There's people that love it, and there's people that honestly hate it. So either way, no one's going to be too pleased. So if you didn't look at my pickup video, I did talk briefly about this, as well as the other kit that I picked up, which was the real grade Zaku II, specifically Char's custom Zaku. Hopefully we'll get to build that one soon as well. Got a nice little collection going. We finished a build video on the Master Grade Exia, which was a delight to build. If you guys want to know more about that, you can check out my website or on the video iCard in the top right. Now, I do apologize if I don't know all the terminology. It's been many moons since I've last seen Evangelion, which I hope to correct, since I believe Netflix has the license right for the animation now. Went through a long period of sort of limbo with who had the rights to stream the show and so on, so very happy that at least it's got a home somewhere. But that's neither here nor there. What we're here for is building this real grade. So as far as what is being shown, we of course have the typical Bandai demonstrations of what you can expect this kit to be capable of. They of course do include their typical green sheet decals, which, love them or hate them, they're there for the real grades. Now, of course, this comes in with an assortment of various goodies. You got the various Thunder Spears, which does have a little folding gimmick, which I think is pretty dope. You do have various hands and various weapon types, which is a nice little touch. You get some nice variation to the units. Again, it's been a hot minute, so I really am not fluent with what all these parts are called again. I know you do have the umbilical cord, which attaches, I believe, to the back side of the EVAs. So, pretty awesome. And let's get this box opened. So inside is your typical assortment of runners. Quite a few runners. Specifically, this many runners. This is honestly a little bit more than the Master Grade or even the real grade RX-78 build that I did, so this will be a rather long one, I must. And of course, runners aside, we have our wonderful little guide manual book. So I do appreciate that the guide manuals are a little bit different for the EVA units. They have their own little special colorization. They have a little bit of information on the unit that you're building, of course. I don't believe, yes, unlike the Gunpla guides where the sort of color scheme and decal stuff is in the middle of the book, this is all in the back, so you do have it listed down below if you're looking to paint the model to be more color accurate. Otherwise, this will have an entire layout on the back side if you wish to torment yourself like I do with applying those sticker decals to everything. So without further ado, let's cut to the time-lapse portion, and we'll catch you guys after that. And that completes our build of EVA 02 from Evangelion. This was an honestly wonderful kit to build. I didn't have any issues in necessarily putting together most of the parts, considering this is in real grade quality. Something akin to the RX-78 II, which has a lot of tiny intricate pieces, and while this definitely doesn't shy away from the tiny intricate pieces, it definitely has a lot more charm into its build than I had a priorly experience with that first one, of course. Now, this is a later real grade model, so you have a lot better fundamental aspects to it. Versus the RX-78 II and our forthcoming real grade Char, those are a lot of older real grades, so they definitely show their age. The sort of like fully complete inner frame that come with those is really awesome to have, but I did like the sort of build it as you go sort of aesthetic. And to be fair, the real only inner frame we have for this model really lies within the chest piece area. Everything else is sort of just snap fit together and doesn't necessarily have inner frame portions. Now, if there was one thing I would say definitely is lacking in this build, has to be around the arm joint parts. They don't have a sort of unified system of nice bending and curvature, so that basically means your arms are going to be a limiting factor in your posability. The legs, as you can hopefully see in the B-roll footage we have recorded, are perfect in terms of being able to pose and give real energy and life to this EVA unit. Of course, the mouth detail also is very nice. You do have an openable flap that reveals the unit's mouth portion. You of course have an insertable entry plug, which I wouldn't really fuss with taking in and out too much. You do have a decal you can put on it, but that decal is going to prevent you from putting the entry plug in just because of the tight portions. Outside of that, you do have some nice detail touches such as the umbilical cord, which you can see featured here. It's got some really good detail for just being a rather simple piece, and honestly it's kind of my favorite accessory for this whole build. You of course have the pallet rifle, which you can see here being featured in green. I have not put any of the decals really on this kit outside of the ones that were required for the inner frame, which you can kind of see poking through here and there on the joints. Aside from that weapon, we do of course have some EVA knife unit parts. Of course, the other primary weapon of choice for this build, the beautiful Thunder Spear, which has a very awesome folding gimmick. And let's be fair, I think everybody in the Gunpla community enjoys a good gimmick when it comes to either weapon systems or, you know, just whether it's transformability or not. All in all, if you built this EVA unit, or if you've even built the first ones, EVA 0 as well as EVA 1, unfortunately they all build the same outside of the accessories that they come with, such as the I believe pulsar rifle for EVA 0, I think it was, or EVA 1. I do apologize for getting that mixed up. That's the only unfortunate bit. I wouldn't personally go out of my way to buy the other ones. I am a big fan of Evangelion as an anime, however I do favor EVA 2, so for me there's really no push to go out and go grab the other ones, since the build experience is going to be basically the same. You're just going to be buying it at that point for the included accessories. All in all, I'd give this kit a nice 8 out of 10 if I had to give a rating. I'm not sure if that's something I'm going to do with future videos where we give a provided rating on the kits, but I will say for posability, action, just overall display ability, the EVA unit is a very good one, especially when it comes to the legs. The arms, you're going to be a little bit more limited unless you want some more sort of flat poses, I would say, with that. All in all, thank you guys for coming by and checking out this build video. I hope you guys enjoy the little bit better feature quality for the actual models. I did go out of my way to purchase a little turntable, which you guys have seen featured in this video. If you'd like a link to that, I can provide it in the description below. Otherwise, thanks for watching and take care.